Welcome to the Yellow Trumpet. I am Chituga, and today our topic is Dazireli. Dazireli is in Ronha or Ikwere for sit down. It is an advice and it is important. You may ask, in the society we have found ourselves, with the cost of living rising and the general inflation, food inflation in particular, where is the wisdom to sit down? Why is there wisdom in the advice to sit down? For one, your panic, your bustle does not allow you a clear mind to properly tackle the situation. For you to tackle a situation, you first must have an understanding of the fundamentals of the issue. What is the issue? The issue is that I am born, you are born, we are born into the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That the Federal Republic of Nigeria contains all the ingredients necessary to prepare a successful society. That these ingredients are not being utilized to that purpose, but rather individual ends are being met, and the people, the Nigerian people, seem to have been stifled. Once there was a time that a price hike was protested, a price hike in petrol. From 48 to 65, it was protested. From 65 to either 100 or 85, it was protested. Today, it is 850 to 900 and society is silent. Society is silent because people are tired. And yet, in the midst of this cash strap, in the midst of this financial crisis, this economic crisis, I have said, Dazireli. Where is the wisdom in that? If you devote 5 to 15 minutes, let's say 15 minutes, because the more the better, 15 minutes of your time in the practice of sitting down by yourself before the day begins or at the end of the day, the consequence of this is a relaxed nature. And then you will ask, what is the value of a relaxed nature if I have no money in my pocket? Who is the beneficiary of a relaxed nature if I am broke and I cannot meet my needs? If the responsibility that I am to play, the role I am to play in society that requires my financial stability is not met, why should I sit down? I have not asked you to not engage in economic life. I have not asked you to not engage in social life. I have asked you to designate a specific time in your day. You have 24 hours. Less than an hour is what I require. Take care. Sit by yourself. Breathe from your diaphragm. Breathe with your nostrils and observe what you find. Don't think of anything. I'm trying not for you to create any imagination in your minds, because it is unnecessary and it is the most likely outcome of anything you want to do. Your mind goes into a frenzy of mental play when you assume you know what sitting down means. What you know is that you don't know. Do you? You can't see the value in sitting down, then you don't know. It is natural. There is value to it. There is value to a composed attitude. There is value to being composed, to being collected. Aside the external validation, which is not the primary purpose, there is your own psychological state of being. Sitting down does not mean that your financial woes disappear. It doesn't take it away. At least not that I know. What it does is improves your ability to confront this situation. You are neither panicked nor upset. You are in charge of your emotional state. You understand that, yes, you desire this. However, the factors that would make it possible aren't all within your control. What is the value of sitting down if the factors that are required for your desire to be attained are not within your control? Well, if they are not within your control, they are not within your control. Whether you sit, you stand, you jump, or you run. What is within your control is how you respond, how you engage the world. And how you engage the world is determined by how you engage yourself within. The purpose of sitting down is to learn a better means of confronting yourself. I'm not talking of speaking down to yourself in the name of being tough. I'm not talking about tearing yourself down in the name of being disciplined. No, your emotional, your mental state is important. It is important that you stay whole. Your mind unperturbed. The value is that you see things as they truly are. You not try to impose your imagination of how things should be in life, which will only result in your frustration. You accept that, oh, grass is green, sky is blue, and the street is dirty. And then you sit back within yourself and perhaps conjure a solution to your situation. But it is worthy of note that that solution that you reach, you do not reach it in a state of panic. The decisions that arise out of your silence, out of your contemplation, you do not reach it in a haste. You are critical, You are thoughtful. You are not in a rush. Why is this necessary and how does it help? It helps because individuals who make these decisions that have put our economy in this current state will come again and ask for your vote. And this time, they will load you with distractions. They will seek to overpower your mind with distractions. Distractions including excitements in general. If you ask why are you excited, no reason. No tangible reason. The person that ought to be excited is the person in office, because that person has access to power and funds. There is no reason for you to be excited. Yet, the government in power brings excitement and tries to get you to forget your condition. They bring bag of rice. They bring money. They bring unsolicited advice. The opposition use anger. They use your desperation. They use your despair. On one side, you are being manipulated. On another side, you are being manipulated. Are you in a better position? Just because you're angry, are you in a better position? Does anger justify? Well, does anger correct your situation? Has being angry solved your problem? Has complaining about where we currently are ever resolved the situation? Are you saying that we should not complain? Is that what I have said? Is what I'm suggesting? That there is no point to it. That what is important is to ready your mind for the next election, starting from today. Remind yourself that a choice will be made. A choice will be made by me. I shall vote. Well, in this country, we don't vote out, we vote in. So, we vote in different candidates in order that the current office holder can vacate for someone else to test his skill on the issues. If you sit down to consider your thoughts, to see that most of our issues, we suffer it inside ourselves, regardless of the situation. Well, I'm not talking of a broken bone, I'm not talking of physical pain. But as we know, psychological pain tends to be just as painful as a bruise on the skin. If we adopt the practice of sitting down, this method of developing consciousness in us, or improving our consciousness, our awareness, we are less likely to be carried away by distractions, by peer pressure, by propaganda. So what do you want? Yes, you've complained that you're in pain, that you cannot sit down, that there is no time. There is no time. So what do you do? And where do you go? For how long do you stay? Who do you talk to? And what is their solution for you? You see that there is no answer. You are back to square one. You are responsible for yourself and the choices that you make. One of said choice is who you vote into office. Consider this: less distractions, better decisions. I am Chituga Chinda. This is the Yellow Trumpet. Take care.